Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
There's Ray coming right on track.
Hey,
now, how about
live
that?
television.
Welcome in. That's it, man. Live television. Well, we were just over at one of our great sponsors over there eating lunch. And
That's
they were wrapped up, so we're walking in. But glad to have Wade here with me today, and glad that you joined us here on the Auburn Blitz, brought to you by Russell Do It Center and Building Supply Stores, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation, and
Sensagreen Heating, Cooling, and Insulation.
Slide that on over there,
let's get HVAC smart. Lake Martin, what a beautiful weekend it's going to be, Memorial Day. So if you have any issues, give us a call at Sensagreen Heating, Cooling, and Insulation. For air that is cool and clean, call Sensagreen.
Hey, man, and boy, it didn't take long in this South to go from 40 degrees to 400 degrees.
You know, it felt really good in early May for about 2 weeks. About the only real spring we have here.
You don't get much.
You've got winter, fall, summer, pollen, spring for about 2 weeks, and now it's heat box city from now until really about the fourth week of football season.
But pollen has its own season.
It's horrible. It was as bad this year as ever.
Just yellow everywhere, man.
That's right.
So I bet Jimmy Rain likes pollen season.
Maybe named all the wood here Yellowwood because of
that. It may have been that. I don't know.
We'll just crack the code.
There it is. You found out on Auburn Blitz. It's good to see you, Wade. We got a lot we want to dive into. Obviously, Auburn baseball didn't fare too well yesterday. As we were on the air, Randy and I were talking about that game, and it was going on while we were on the air, and Auburn unable to ever get over the hump. We're down 3-0 off of a 3-run homer, and we're able to go back and hit 2 solo shots. And that's the thing about baseball, man. We had two good swings. They had one good swing, and they just happened to have ducks on the pond. We didn't have any. So
well put.
Yeah, 3-2 loss. Look, I was on Gary Harris's show this morning up in Tuscaloosa, and he asked this question and, kind of gave his thoughts on it too, Wade. But, what do these tournaments really mean anymore? And not to diminish them. I mean, obviously you go up there and everybody wants to win it. It's been since 1998 since Auburn won the thing, so it's been so daggum long. I barely remembered. I was a student at Auburn when they won it.
I was too. I don't remember that.
Casey Dunn was the catcher.
Wow, that was a really good Auburn baseball team.
Very good baseball team. Well, in 97, you go to the College World Series. 98, you win the SEC tournament. So good run there for Hal Baird toward the end. But, at the end of the day, he asked me, well, what did I think? I said, well, I think you approach the tournament differently based on what you have on the line. Auburn, Texas, LSU, yeah, they want to win it, but they all know they're hosting a regional and may be hosting. Well, Texas, I know, and LSU both will be hosting Super Regional. They'll be a top 8 seed. Auburn probably needed to win one game to maybe push them over the edge and get in that top 8 national seed range, but we'll see.
Well, they were, a couple of weeks ago looking like they were trending towards a 6.
Right.
And that's in the top 8. I mean, it's hard for me to believe that the way Auburn has played this season that they would not be one of the top 8 teams. But
I just think we were on the border.
You know, listen, this is if that's the case, then I've got a bone to pick with another college football or another college athletic committee that basically picks and chooses, with mostly great data and mostly do a good job. But, all I've heard, Brett, the last 3 years, whether it was Texas A&M, Auburn, or even Tennessee this year, winning the SEC basketball tournament doesn't really matter. Florida was clearly the best team in college basketball the last month of college basketball. That's, to me, that's not debatable. They go out there and win the SEC tournament and get the toughest road to get to the Final Four, which they proved.
Yeah, they did.
That they were the best team. But, Auburn wins it last year, in a basketball. So what's it matter? So now, you've got to win a game to become a top seed. I just the goalpost changes too much now with these tournaments. Do they matter or do they not matter?
Yeah, and I think you can take it a step further for the SEC championship football game. I don't think it matters anymore. As a matter of fact, I think it may benefit you if you know you're in the playoffs not to go to that game.
I totally agree with that.
I mean, let's look at Texas and Georgia.
Totally agree with that.
Georgia lost their quarterback in the SEC championship game. Think about that. Carson Beck went down in that game right before halftime. And so they didn't have him in post. It was Gunnar Stockton the rest of the way. And, did that affect them in the playoffs? I don't know. I mean, I think it did. But for the most part, I mean, you look at Texas. I mean, they won the game. Don't get me wrong. Texas lost the SEC championship game, but the loss was bigger for Georgia losing their starting quarterback
than losing the game.
Than winning the game. They actually won the daggum game, but the loss to me outweighed the win. They lost the starting quarterback. And so would Georgia have rather lost that game and kept Carson Beck and made it to the national championship game? Of course they would have. So
yeah, I'm with you. It's if you're one of the top two teams, and we can just go through every one, football, basketball, and baseball. I mean, obviously it's not apples to apples, but if you're one of the top two teams in the SEC in the SEC championship game, you're in the college football playoff.
Of course you are.
Why are we playing? Why are we playing this game? It has zero implication for us to move forward, especially since they're going to expand it too. So we know why they play it, obviously, because of the moolah, the green, man.
Well,
but that's not helping the fact that my star running back or star linebacker might blow his knee out, and all of a sudden it hurts me when I was going to be a 4 seed, and now I'm a 12 seed because they have proven with these committees if you have major injury, they'll drop you out of there. Ask FSU.
That's exactly right. And, I see that rationale, and I also don't see it. I see that if you took Cam Newton off the 2010 team going into postseason, you would have gone, well, that ain't the same team.
No.
Should everybody else have been penalized that were on that team if they got to that point without him? Should they just be saying, well, I'm sorry, your guy got hurt. You're not worthy of an opportunity to go and play. Here's the thing. I don't know if you saw yesterday. We talked about it this morning on the podcast. The playoff committee, by phone, by the way, they didn't even meet, by phone, decided to change how they're going to seed the teams, and it's going to be straight 1 through 12 who's ranked in the college football playoff rankings. There is no more the conference champions get the top 4 seeds.
If you're going to have a playoff that large,
that diminishes the championship game even more now, Wade, because it doesn't matter if you're the conference champion.
Don't matter.
It's about where you finish the regular season.
I love it. We're looking through this through a full-blown SEC lens.
Right.
The SEC conference championship doesn't matter.
No.
But say you're in this weak ACC, like they were weak last year, right? And you're Louisville with 3 losses, and you somehow find your way into that game. It matters for them if they win and they don't automatically get in, because they could win and still not get in.
Right. You're right.
So there's so many scenarios with it. The FSU thing is a perfect example of a system, of a goalpost that changes. Do I think they should have been in the playoffs? I don't know. They earned their way in the playoffs, but I don't know if they should be in the playoffs a couple of years ago. But what even worse happens when you lose a star player in today's world. Say Auburn had Cam Newton.
Right.
And same circumstance, there's a Final Four, even though there's not anymore. He's out. He's not going to play. All of a sudden, everyone docks them, and then the worst thing possible can happen. 50 of your players leave. And you got to go up against a team like Georgia, who should have been in or could have been in or made an argument to get in, and they're still strong, and you got to go play a bowl game that's even more meaningless because you're not your whole team's gone.
Yeah,
and you saw what happened then. It was a bloodbath.
Yeah, everybody
they just all opted out. If my man's not playing.
I don't think Florida State's recovered from that yet. I mean, what a horrific season.
Gus is going to make them recover.
Oh, they bringing them back to.
I tell you what, I think he'll do an actual good job that first couple of years.
And again, we've seen some bust at quarterback, but that Uiagalelei dude, is he maybe the worst, highest rated quarterback you've ever seen? That guy's terrible. Like where he went, I mean, he's bounced all around, and he's like, I keep hearing, oh, he's this great. The dude ends up going to Florida. That was one of the worst seasons of football that you
Last
could watch.
year was miserable for Florida
It
State.
was awful.
You know, and they didn't recover. You're right. It's almost like this nasty hangover from that Jordan Travis injury, and he's never even going to play football again. That's how tragic that story is.
Terrible,
I mean,
man.
had he not had that happen to him, that terrible luck, Florida State rolls into the playoffs, and who knows what happens at that point. The DJ guy, though, actually had a pretty good year with Oregon State.
It was
year
okay.
before.
It was
it was
okay.
good enough to get a pretty good signing bonus to go to Florida State, and boy, that did not work out.
He started at Clemson.
For a minute.
That was horrible.
He was not good.
And then he goes to Oregon State.
He got way better.
And he got way better. And then he went back to Florida State. When that came back south, and it was terrible again.
Now he's with the Edmonton Oilers.
God, I mean,
Or somebody.
It's horrible.
Calgary
Dude,
Tiger Cat.
He between him and T.J. Finley, I don't know. Like there was
Somehow, some way, T.J. Finley, Brett, is still playing college football.
He's transferred out of the transfer portal.
Heck,
I mean, he's transferred so much. He's somehow morphed the transfer portal.
He's playing in that for that team in that movie Unnecessary Roughness.
Didn't he transfer to Tulane for like 2 seconds and then he's gone again?
Might have kited some checks and had to fly away or something. I don't know. Who knows what's going on with him, though? He's like 39.
And should have.
Threw 39 interceptions at Auburn.
If Tank Bigsby slides in bounds, he beats Alabama.
Goodness gracious, the Iron.
That would have gone down as one of the worst.
Heck, didn't he save Bo Nix one game?
He did. He would have gone. That would have been the worst loss in Alabama Iron Bowl history.
That might have been the worst loss in Alabama history.
To lose to T.J. Finley, especially with the team that Alabama had coming into Jordan Hare that year.
I'd take this current Benjamin Russell team over that Auburn team that year. They were horrible.
Kobe Hudson scored the only touchdown, by the way, in that game for Auburn. Remember that?
Jabba.
All right, went down to be with Gus after that in Central Florida. All right, welcome. We'll be back here in just a little bit with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
there's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes. They're installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Here, 45 minutes left in the show today, brought to you by Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply Stores, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation, and
Sensa Green Heating, Cooling, and Insulation. Get HVAC smart for air that's cool and clean. Call us at Sensa Green, www.sensagreen.com.
Always glad to have Wade here with me. We were just talking about, all right, so Hugh Freeze comes out and says he had another interview this past week, and basically said he feels like our quarterback room is as good as anybody's. He said, obviously, until we prove something,
right,
it's just talk. And but he really feels confident. Well, I mean, I think that's obvious, Wade. I think you got to feel confident. You went out, pulled the guy out of the portal that you wanted. You focused on Jackson Arnold. You brought him in. He was a 5-star plus recruit coming out of high school. Had a
top 10 quarterback in the country.
Of course. And then, first year at Oklahoma, not bad. Then last year, Jeff Lebby leaves and it kind of gets disrupted. He gets benched actually right before the Auburn game, ironically. And then comes back toward the end of the year, had a performance where he didn't really throw the ball very well, but ran all over Alabama. And Oklahoma beat them, 24-3 in that game, something like that.
Yeah.
But bottom line is, it was up and down. Everybody kind of felt like Jackson Arnold was going to get in the transfer portal at the end of the year, and he did.
Was that the game where Jalen Milroe Olayed the guy who pick-sixed him?
I think
trying
so.
to tackle him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the night of the Auburn Texas A&M game. So I was watching that game while I was in the stands, and it was kind of crazy. I couldn't believe that because Oklahoma was terrible last year. The only 2 SEC wins they had were us and Alabama. That's how bad.
Well, one of those games they shouldn't even come close to getting, because Auburn, outside of just a few big plays, dominated that game.
It was 21-10 going into the fourth quarter.
And then went into just complete circus mode in the last quarter. And, I'm just every time I come on this show, I have to talk about how bad Auburn screwed that game up until they prove otherwise.
To me, that one was the most devastating loss of the season because,
they
did
that game.
It was over. I mean, it was all
they
but
needed
just
2 first downs with 8.
But no, we decided to throw the football 3 times.
Yeah, brilliant.
After you ran the ball down the field.
Now, that Jeff Lebby's an underrated coach. He's an underrated offensive mind. bad situation at Mississippi State.
Yeah, and I'm going to go into something with you that we've talked about the last couple of days on the podcast, and I want to hear your thoughts. And I won't hit every one of these win-loss totals, but this is what Vegas thinks about Mississippi State. They set their win-loss over-under at 3.5.
I mean, I have to play the over.
You really think so?
I mean, you can't win more than 3.5 games. I mean, even Auburn can do that.
Mississippi State's pretty bad, man. I mean, I think right now they're the worst team in the conference, and I think that's included. Vanderbilt's at 4.5. Of course, they kind of got smoke and mirrors with Diego Pavia. They've been able to kind of catch lightning in the bottle. But Mississippi State,
I'd have to look at the schedule. But before we get into that, I got to say something. He says, Coach Freeze says that this is as good as a quarterback room as anybody. I can't agree with that. Maybe as talented, on paper, but as good. I mean, if you've got
none of these guys have gone out.
But you got to look around the conference too. I mean, who is the most established quarterback in the league? The guy from South Carolina, the guy from Florida,
DJ Lagway only played a half a year. But he
proved more in that half
Marcel
year.
Reed at Texas A&M.
Okay,
he was a freshman.
He was impressive.
Who else you want to? I mean, obviously the disaster at Tennessee. They just swapped quarterbacks. You got Gunnar Stockton at Georgia. You're going to have Arch Manning coming in at Texas, but he ain't played hardly.
Well, I get a mixed bag with him. Some people tell me he's going to be Peyton, and some people tell me he's not.
Did you hear what Aaron Murray said about him? I thought he raised a great point. He said, if Arch Manning is so good, why was he playing behind a 7th-round pick in Quinn Ewers?
Good point, but, Quinn Ewers, I think, went way too low in the draft as well.
You think so?
I do. I think he's
so you think they missed on that?
That was a steal in the NFL draft, especially to be a backup quarterback. He's going to play. Tua's going to be injured. That's a steal.
I can see that. I definitely can see where he probably went a little bit low.
Who's the best quarterback right now coming back into college football this season? Established quarterback.
You want me to tell you who I think may be the best? Is the Mateer guy that Oklahoma got from Washington State.
All right.
That's scary.
Who's the best returning quarterback to a team that didn't go into the portal?
Would it be the
guy from Clemson?
The kid, Klubnik or the Aller kid? Is it Aller from Penn State?
Yeah, Drew Aller. He played there forever.
But he's coming back.
Okay.
So I mean,
who's the quarterback at Ohio State next year?
They had Will Howard last year.
It's not an outrageous statement, actually, asking all these questions
really
for Hugh Freeze to say, I think we're as good as anybody at quarterback. I think I would have said, I think we're as talented as anybody. And like you said, there's a lot to prove. But there's a lot of weapons for those quarterbacks to throw the ball to also at Auburn. And they are probably as good, if not as close to good, as any wide receiver core.
Now, I do. Now, I will say that I think Auburn may have the best wide receiver.
They're talking about that Eric Singleton guy. He's just shooting up draft boards.
The film?
Yeah.
Have you watched his film lately?
It's nasty.
Now, I was at practice. Like, one of those reels that everybody's watching right now, I was there that day. And, dude, this is the thought that went through my mind. I went, he's either that much better or, boy, our secondary is terrible. Because
our secondary is not terrible.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So then as I processed it, I went, this guy's got footwork like I've never seen before. I'm like, and you go watch these tapes, and it's like, that's why all these draft analysts and all these scouts are drooling. Because, man, you can't cover this guy head up one-on-one. He's got way too good of footwork, and the way he's able to kind of break his routes off. Man, some of the top corners in the country, man, when you know what you're doing, when you run precise routes like a guy like Eric Singleton, man, they're at such a high advantage over the guy defending them. And if the quarterback put the ball where it needs to be, man, it's almost impossible to cover guys like that. Ryan Williams is an excellent route runner for Alabama.
Gosh, yeah.
He was open. They showed film on something against Tennessee.
Hey, wide open.
3 times, and Jalen Milroe missed him. He got wide open on 3 different cuts on the same pattern, and he still overthrew him. All right, up against another break. Stay tuned. More to come here on the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in Carrier Cool Cash rebates. Visit Sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe. Call Sensagreen.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
Welcome back to the Auburn Blitz. I am Uncle T-Bone Wade Bennett with Sensagreen Heating, Cooling, and Insulation, and I got my man Brett Pritchard here on the Auburn Blitz. We will have about 30 minutes left to go, brought to you every day by J.A. Smith Construction, Russell Do-It Center, and
Since a green fair at School and Clean, I got to do it this time.
That's right,
we
my man.
We strategically did it that way.
That's exactly
right. Hey, I want to talk about one more real quick, and I know you got something. Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine over on East Glen. We can't say enough about them. And
that place is unreal.
Well, let me tell you some more unreal stuff. Memorial Day specials, the burger boxes that they have, 6 steak burgers, 6 Conecuh burgers, and a pack of Conecuh sausage for $60. Are you serious? And then if you want to double that up, all of that, 12, 12, and 2 for $118.
Let's go.
I mean, are you kidding me right now? Then pre-cooked specials, Boston butt and ribs, depending on how many you want to feed, 6 to 8 or 10 to 12, anywhere from $116 to $200. Depending on what combination you want. I mean, are you kidding me?
You can't go get all that and cook it yourself for even close to that price.
You really can't, and you're not going to get as good a quality.
Oh, no. So, listen, I was over in Pepper Tree last week.
You know you're going to get out there and burn the crap, and it's going to taste like crap.
And the old lady's going to be mad at you.
Everybody's going to be pissed
your mom's
off.
going to be mad because you ruined Memorial Day.
You over there drinking too much, and you let
having
the grill
too many
get
cold snacks, and you let the stuff just overcook.
The green egg temp got up.
$250 gone. I was in Pepper Tree in the back there. In the butcher shop.
Right, Jeff back there.
Jeff has brought out these pork chops, and they're called prime pork chops, and the price on them in today's meat world is unreal. He cooks them up as a sample. I'm in there and starts handing them out. It tasted like filet.
It's
a pork chop that tastes like steak. I was like, hey, man, how do you cook that? And he said, just cook it like you would your normal steak. You get that seasoning from Pepper Tree.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. And that white seasoning is good,
both
too.
of them good.
And take your choice, pick your poison, put it on there, and cook it like a steak. It'll be a pork chop that tastes like a steak. I can vouch for it. And if you don't get those, get the Tiger Tails because they're unreal, too.
God almighty. Yeah, go to Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine for sure.
So, listen, we were talking about Mississippi State's over-under 3.5 set by Vegas wins. Okay, I've pulled up their schedule, and I want to go through this.
Do it.
But before I go through this, I'm about to tell all of you, including you, Brett, one of the most symptomatic things I've ever seen of what you said, a team being the worst or possible worst team in the SEC. This is a symptom of it right here. Maybe the worst team in Power 4 college football. Okay? Are you with me?
I'm with you.
Starting out with their schedule.
I'm with you.
Game 1, Labor Day weekend. We're going to be at home. No, we're going on the road, Mississippi State at Southern Miss, to open up the season. I mean, that'd be like Auburn going to Troy.
You can't even get Southern Miss to come to your
Are you
place.
kidding me? You're going to Hattiesburg, Mississippi. You're an SEC school, and you're opening up the college football season in South Mississippi, not even in your home stadium.
And have you followed how bad Southern Miss has been lately? It ain't like
that's a race to the bottom.
It ain't like they've been some supreme power, and you look. Hey, you've gotten to the point now where you can get
this ain't like
State.
Brett Favre Southern Miss.
No, long time past that. Long time.
I mean, you're telling me you're opening up with Southern Miss on what time is that game? 10 in the morning.
I hope Russ isn't watching this. Russ, our guy.
I love Russ,
there.
But that's horrible.
Dude, he played.
He running back there.
But I mean.
They said you didn't want any part of Russ back in the day.
No, you did not.
Bulldog.
Ain't no pun intended.
But all right, so I'm going to say they win that game, but barely, because that'll be Southern Miss's all-time Super Bowl. There'll be 25,000 people there, Hattiesburg. Then Arizona State comes to town week 2.
What a disaster! Playoff team.
You know, you schedule that 5 years ago.
There's a guy that's one of the better quarterbacks coming back. The quarterback for Arizona State.
Yeah, he's a player.
He's probably one of the top 5 guys.
Yeah.
How bad are they going to beat them in Starkville?
I mean,
those dang Cowbells.
You schedule that 5 years ago or so when you got the Pirate as your head coach, rest his soul, and you're in Arizona State's horrible, and they've got Herm the Perm Edwards out the door. They're going on probation. All right, we'll get a team in there, and all of a sudden they're a playoff team.
And they are. I mean, it's Kenny Dillingham, Dilly from Auburn, man.
He's a good coach. Alcorn State, week 3 at home, W. Here's one that's a toss-up, Brett, and I may take the Huskies here. Northern Illinois at Mississippi State.
I think it's an L too.
So right there, they're 2-2.
They ain't winning over 3 games, man.
Then they get into the meat of the SEC. Tennessee comes to town, A&M, at Florida.
Lost.
Texas comes to town. So they got right now. I've got them at 2-6. There's a toss-up game because I think Arkansas is going to come back to us. But Bobby Petrino is still offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
That's an L.
they're not losing to Arkansas.
No, they're at Arkansas.
No, they're not losing to Arkansas.
All right, I'll give them that W. So they got 3 wins there now.
I said no. I'm sorry. Arkansas ain't losing to them.
Okay, well,
I'm right. Arkansas ain't losing to them.
Bobby Petrino is not losing to the worst team in the SEC.
They're not losing to them, dude.
Georgia.
It's
at home.
It don't matter if it's
at Missouri and take the under.
There's
I don't see it.
They ain't winning 3 games, man.
No, I don't even know.
If they won 3 games, they're still under. So they're not winning 4 football games.
Is the ghost of John Bond going to come back and play quarterback there?
That may be one of the most brutal schedules outside of Florida. Florida is playing 7 top 15 teams next year, preseason.
Florida would probably be a playoff team if they didn't have that tough schedule.
And DJ, now I'm going to tell you this. If Florida navigates that schedule and wins 8 or 9 games, you better watch out. But what you just read off, first of all, you can't – I'd just not even start the season. If I knew I was headed to Hattiesburg.
The day that Auburn
goes
to open up on Labor Day weekend and I got to get out in the pool and watch my big TV – or I'm on the lake listening to them riding around a pontoon boat, and it's live from Hattiesburg, Mississippi to open the season. Auburn at Southern Miss, the Golden Eagles. Yeah, Uncle T-Bone is officially out.
We're throwing the towel in.
Done.
Well, I think at that point,
shut it down.
The program's probably shut down at that point.
Goodness gracious. That's brutal.
Mississippi State's done that before, though. They've made some other trips like that before to places. It's like, really?
Like the Crampton Bowl or something? I mean, how much worse can that get?
We're going to
play South Alabama to open the season in Pritchard.
I think Mississippi State did go to South Alabama.
God, I'm done.
No, I think they did.
Get out of here, man.
I'm not kidding.
Oh, that's awful. That's bad, man.
Didn't they beat them, too? Didn't South Alabama beat them? They kick a field goal and beat them? I think they beat them. I'm going to go look that up. All right, up against another break. Stay tuned. More to come right after this.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life. EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare. Serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Are you ready to showcase your skills and compete with the best in Alabama? The 42nd Alabama State Games are coming to Birmingham and Jefferson County from June 13th through the 15th, and it's your chance to be part of something incredible. Athletes from across the state will compete in sports ranging from archery to wrestling. Those participating in the opening ceremony are eligible for academic scholarships ranging from $500 to $5,000. Mark your calendar. Registration opens March 1st. Visit allagames.com.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Couple segments left in the show today. Brought to you by Russell Do It Center and Building Supply Stores, J. Smith Construction and Excavation, and
Sensagreen, heating, cooling, insulation, Lake Martin, Alabama, the South. Call us. We got you covered. The heat is on, and we've got a ton of specials on Facebook, too. We got a lot of giveaways this summer. Right now, you can still follow us on Facebook because at the end of the month, we're giving away a full-size Blackstone griddle to one lucky Facebook follower. Come on, follow us on Facebook. We got some really good content.
All you got to do is go follow to get a chance to win them.
You have a chance to win.
Man, unbelievable, man. I love my Blackstone.
They're awesome.
Cook on it all the time. It's awesome. It's Memorial Day weekend, man, so everybody's going to be out and about. Looks like it's going to be gorgeous weather. Right here on Lake Martin, it's going to be nice. So a lot of people are going to be getting out in the boat for the first time to kick off summer. All right, we were correct. Back in 2016, Mississippi State lost to South Alabama 21-20. They were down. Mississippi State was up 17-0 in that game, by the way, and lost 21-20. It was a bad morning for Dan Mullen.
Yeah, a 30-point favorite. We looked it up.
Right.
The only thing that we
like
missed
they
was
were well on their way to covering.
Well,
that.
they were up 17-0, and I guess they put it in the Tubber shell. And South Alabama did travel to Starkville for that game. We watched a little clip during the break, and Mississippi State plunked about a 30-yard field goal to end the game and lose 21-20. Yeah. There looked like there might have been about as many people in the stands over in Davis-Wade Stadium as there was that year that Jacksonville State almost beat Auburn. I believe that was in 2000.
Oh, God. That was Jeremy Johnson. It was Jeremy
2015.
Johnson.
When I remember that was an overtime game, correct?
Yeah.
Jacksonville State had Auburn beat. So did Georgia State. Remember when
Utah State?
That's
you remember that?
Way back in the time machine, 2011. I remember that game. Utah State had a heck of a running back who went on to play in the pros, played for the Seahawks. And I remember that's kind of back in the day when Uncle T took a look at those lines a little bit harder than he does now. And I was like, that 18 points with Barrett Trotter making his first start did not pass the smell test.
It didn't.
And they had us beat.
We
somehow
get an
onside kick.
Yeah, we had to pull that one off the way we did. Michael said the Arkansas loss this past year was terrible, too. It was. I mean, what did we turn it over 5 times? 4, I know.
Was that the week after Cal?
Yeah.
And then we
4.
lost the kid at the DB who broke his leg.
Yeah, we lost Champ Anthony in that game.
Yeah, who's coming back, who's
By
having
the
a
way,
heck of a game.
Yeah, it looks like he's
I
going to
mean, Stevie Wonder could have seen that one coming. We'd come off a loss to Cal. You know, Bobby Lee Petrino, our former White Knight that we always wanted as head coach, was coming back to town as offensive coordinator. And Sam Pittman had the devil in him from the year before when we got him. I mean, that was just the perfect storm for job of disaster.
You know,
and it happened.
I think about some of the bad decisions we've made over the years in hiring people, and we tried to hire. I mean, we tried to go out and get maybe the worst in Bobby Petrino, and somehow it fell through the cracks and it didn't work out. But how fitting would it have been to have added him to the long list of disastrous coaching hires? We would have hired Bobby Petrino. It would have been a disaster too.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I think it would have.
I think
because he's an idiot. I think that guy morally and just ethically and everything about him is crap. I think he would have just felt. I mean, the process of how he was trying to get hired at Auburn was crap.
No, that wasn't a good deal. No.
Well, he was in on it, and then he leaves the Falcons in the middle of the night.
Yes, he did.
He just everything he's ever done is.
It's been a little sketchy.
And then the neck brace. When we know it, somebody beat the hell out of him. He didn't have a motorcycle wreck.
There's an obvious reason why it never worked out, because it was not meant to be. But I'll say this, he'd have been a lot better than Brian Harsin.
Well, no question about that. I mean, I'm not even trying to compare.
Probably Gus Malzahn,
I'm not
too.
trying to compare anybody to Brian Harsin.
I mean, the guy can coach. He's just, you know.
But again,
when if they would have got him, and I'm glad they didn't, because under the circumstances. And look, Auburn fans, when the word got out, saved Tommy Tuberville's job, because every Auburn fan, although they would have taken Bobby Petrino at that time, was like, we're not doing it this way. Right? And I mean, because Tuberville was on his way out. That was happening. That was the preseason #1 team in the country.
I know it.
The next year, with maybe a little bit less talent, and say Brandon Jacobs was on that 03 team.
Right.
I mean, Dontarius Thomas was on that 03
Carlos
team.
Dansby.
Carlos Dansby, plus all the people that came back for 2004.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't even score a touchdown in the first couple of games against USC and Georgia Tech.
I'm telling you.
I mean, you know, but once he got his corner back in the corner, Auburn came back and had a really good run, and it worked out. But if they'd have got Bobby Petrino at that time, I think he would have put up some really solid wins compared to losses over a few years until he did something to tank his own career.
All right, so fast forward to where we are now. You got Hugh Freeze going into year 3, building great recruiting classes, building the roster. But going back, it was really down to 2 coaches. It was between him and Lane Kiffin. You now looking at where we are going into this, are you glad that we hired Hugh Freeze? Are you thinking that Lane Kiffin may have been a better decision? I mean, it was a mixed bag both ways. I heard pros and cons from both sides from Auburn fans.
We're up against a break, and we'll answer that question when we get back.
And no doubt.
Stay tuned.
One more segment coming up right after this.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sense Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sense Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit Sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sense Green.
SignSource is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Buying a home or property can be the biggest investment of your life. The Wisdom Firm is licensed to close any property purchase in the entire state of Alabama. The offices on both Bent Creek Drive in Auburn and Highway 49 South at beautiful Lake Martin. The Wisdom Firm has you covered. Give Travis and his team a call at 334-826-0722 or check them out at www.auburnlegal.com for all your real estate closing needs. No representation is made that the quality of legal services is greater than the quality of legal services made by other attorneys.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Better buildings,
better prices,
better buildings of Columbus.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, TAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Are you ready to showcase your skills and compete with the best in Alabama? The 42nd Alabama State Games are coming to Birmingham and Jefferson County from June 13th through the 15th, and it's your chance to be part of something incredible. Athletes from across the state will compete in sports ranging from archery to wrestling. Those participating in the opening ceremony are eligible for academic scholarships ranging from $500 to $5,000. Mark your calendar. Registration opens March 1st. Visit allagames.com. Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz final segment here on the show. Let's go to the phone line. The Eric McKinley Mortgage Pro Hotline. Welcome in PJ. What's up, PJ?
Here on the show. Let's go to the phone line. The Eric McKinley Mortgage Pro Hotline.
PJ, don't listen to your phone, buddy. Listen to the phone. To the TV. Listen to the phone, man.
Man, I got y'all, dog. There ain't no amateur there.
I could just hear you. I could hear your TV going, brother. What's up, man?
Hey, I was turning it down, bro.
I got you. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, how y'all doing, man? Love the show, guys.
Appreciate it.
I caught y'all kind of late. I didn't know what y'all was talking about today. I didn't get to hear nothing, man. My TV wasn't acting right. But I don't know if y'all talking about football or not, but I was just wondering about Hugh Freeze, our coach, Auburn football. Say he win 8 games, beat Alabama or Georgia, you think that's successful season?
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
He'll be in perfect shape.
Yeah.
You think so?
100%. If he wins 8 games and beats one of those 2 teams, yeah, we're on the way up at that point. Yes.
Oh, okay. Say he don't.
It's over.
My opinion, my opinion, do you go back after if he don't have that successful season? Do you still call Lane Kiffin?
No.
Don't?
No, we were having this conversation, PJ, right before the break, and I think that ship has sailed. I think if anything, I'll tell you exactly who. There's two names out there, and one of them I can't remember right off the top of my head. Sorry, it's been a long week. The coach at Georgia Tech. The coach at Georgia Tech right now is on that short list, and the coach at Tulane, who used to be at Troy, is on that short list.
Oh, okay.
That's
you
what I
telling me
think.
something I ain't know. That's excellent, bro. Okay.
Yeah, I think Kenny Dillingham would also possibly be on that list as well. So there's three coaches right there that I think have a lot of people at Auburn taking a look at. But if anything were to implode and happen immediately, probably DJ Durkin as well, the Auburn defensive coordinator.
Where he coach at?
He's the defensive coordinator.
At Auburn?
Yes, sir. Hey, he's the second highest paid assistant in the country.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Defense was decent. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Defense is fine.
Hey, did y'all give a shout out to DB, the one of Bongler?
We have not given a shout out.
Third all-time WNBA scoring champion.
Yes.
I mean, on the scoring list.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't know she was from Fairfield, bro. She's from Alabama.
She sure is.
But last question, I'm gonna get off here. But the hot seats at SEC is it Hugh Freeze and old dude from Florida and Kentucky? Would y'all agree?
Yeah. And Kalen DeBoer. I'm gonna throw him on there. Guys on the hot seat.
Oh yeah. I agree.
Yeah, he is. I mean,
I agree.
9-3.
But their expectations so high at Alabama.
Right.
He got to have Final Four? Well,
playoffs.
Playoffs. Yeah. Playoffs. But you think he still lose his job if he don't get to the playoffs?
It'd be close if he go 2 years in a row and don't make postseason. Could be close.
Okay. Hey, last question. I promise this last time. What you think about
the third last
a point guard from Auburn coming back?
I think he comes back.
It don't look.
I think
look good. Do it.
I think he comes back.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I think he's
Love the
back.
show, guys. But I'll catch up with y'all when y'all be back on that Tuesday.
We'll be back on Tuesday. Yeah, we're taking Monday off. Happy Memorial Day.
You too, brother.
Appreciate you, PJ. Thank you, buddy.
All
Appreciate
the way
it.
from Hamilton, Alabama, up near Jasper.
How about that? So we get them from everywhere. We appreciate PJ, man. And I know you're not an amateur out there, PJ. I could just hear your TV, and you were waiting. So we wanted you to talk.
I got another name out there too. If something were to happen at Auburn, that would obviously be on there.
Let's just hope it doesn't. Okay.
But he brought up the question.
Yeah,
so,
right.
We're playing what if isms here. I mean, Rhett Lishley. Would he be on a short list?
I don't want him.
Well, I wouldn't either, but I'm telling you, he would be.
Let
me tell you a scenario.
I think he was probably.
I put this scenario out to our good friend Travis Wisdom, proud sponsor from the Wisdom Law Firm. Check him out down on
And how can you,
49
with the
South.
last name Wisdom, not give you some
Get wisdom, man. And he is his dad was a Alabama football coach. He played college football, knows college football. Big Alabama guy, but great guy, friend of the show. And we were talking this weekend. I said, 5 years from now, I'm gonna give you a scenario. Could you see it actually be plausible? He said, go ahead and shoot, Uncle T. Mama calls after Kalen DeBoer completely falls off the face of the earth as a loser. And just like Gene Stallings, Dabo Swinney comes home and he goes up against, in the 2030 Iron Bowl, Rhett Lishley.
Jeez, man.
Wouldn't that be just such the state of Alabama to do?
That probably would. I don't think anybody would be surprised. I don't. Hey, I will say this. For whatever anybody wants to say about Dabo Swinney, he kind of tailed off a little bit, but here he is again.
Oh, my gosh, he's one of the best coaches in college football.
But here he is again getting this program back.
I'd take him right now. You asked if I'd take Lane Kiffin going back in history over Hugh Freeze. At the time, I said no. I still think there's too much data out there to fully make that decision, although I think Lane Kiffin is one of the most dynamic offensive minds in college football, maybe all of football. But this was such a gutter-ridden program after Brian Harsin.
Right.
I'm not sure that anybody else other than Hugh Freeze could have brought in at least as much talent as on that team right now that he has.
Well, and he's built it through the high school ranks and through the portal. But Lane Kiffin's only a portal guy. I mean, he's not a big high school recruiter. He has built the talent at Ole Miss through the portal, and he'll tell you that. I mean, he's a master at the transfer portal, and it's really helped him kind of get Ole Miss to where they are. You look at his high school recruiting classes, they're in the 30s. I mean, that ain't good enough to win in this league. But his portal classes are always 1 or 2.
Brent Key, John Summerall, DJ Durkin, Kenny Dillingham, Brett Lashley. There are more choices for Auburn in today's college football world, I think, than ever to hire.
They're out there, young, a lot of young, really good coaches.
Absolutely.
Out there right now. So,
absolutely.
All right, it's going to wrap it up for the Auburn Blitz. Again, we appreciate all of you joining us each and every week. We'll be back with you next week. Again, happy Memorial Day weekend. Everybody be safe out there. For Wade, I'm Brett saying we've enjoyed it. Well, yeah, see you next time.